He just added it to his best ideas list and sees 20% upside from here. And that was our mystery chart today. Dan Ives is here. He's the global head of tech research, of course, at Wedbush Securities. Can I just
Sure.
stop for a second? You also cover the auto names, Ford, GM, and so forth. The president just made some comments that are actually not moving the stocks, although he seemed to put auto tariffs back on the table. What's your read on that?
I think it's all this game of high-stakes poker. I think Street's basically reading it as April 2nd feels like it's essentially off, and originally was on. But he's saying, but don't be surprised if they come back. And I think investors view it that there's some flexibility now, which, again, that's positive for GM, Ford, with Stellantis and others. But no one knows what's around the corner.
So in other words, he said autos are not going to be part of the April 2nd tariffs. But so today when he says, well, I'm still planning something on autos, that just is an open-ended.
It's like you're punished. You could go out with your friends today, but you're going to be punished this weekend. The point, from a kid perspective, it's like it's showing like this still could come down, but it does feel like there's some flexibility.
So it makes sense to you for the investors to just kind of ignore it at this point?
They're basically shrugging the shoulder. Look, it's a choose your own adventure book, right, in terms of where this all goes.
Well, speaking of which, percolating underneath all of this, we were just talking about how IBM's a top pick of yours. But are you just bullish on all of tech, Dan?
Look, I mean, it's my view. Overall, we're in year 3 of a 10-year build-out for AI. So the reason that
everybody benefits from that?
Not everyone, but when you think about what's happening in terms of this $2 trillion that's going to be spent in terms of AI, it's chips, of course, but when you look at software, you look at cybersecurity, I mean, in my opinion, this is really, it's a fourth industrial revolution that we are in. So I get it in terms of some of the sentiment, but that's why we're so bullish.
Why does IBM jump out to you as a name that, this is going to be a game changer for them, right? I always think of it as kind of this legacy business where it's people get kind of trapped in the ecosystem. They're very sticky in that sense. But how does this help them?
Yeah, and you could say they were late to the game. I mean, for years. I think Arvind really understands where cloud's going. I think this is a different IBM, not your grandfather's IBM. I mean, we're really seeing massive success when it comes to cloud penetration and AI. And I think what's happening is it's all about the install base. So more and more of these enterprises move to the cloud, move to these AI use cases. IBM is going to be a major beneficiary. I mean, $300 is our base case, but I mean, we could be looking potentially $400 bull case. This is a sleeping giant that's awakened.
Well, it's up 12% year to date, which is pretty nice in an environment like this. What do you make of Tesla up 8% today? Is this all just momentum and kind of market sentiment bouncing around? I mean, it certainly couldn't have gotten a lot worse than it was going into the weekend sentiment, or is this because something fundamental has changed?
I think two things. One, I mean, we saw Musk really, in terms of with that all hands meeting, that just showed, okay, he's reading the room. I mean, from an employee perspective, shareholder perspective, a little more of a balance is what investors were hoping for, and I think you started to see that play out. And also, I think in terms of at least initial demand from the weekend, you're definitely seeing, I think, we'll call it a bit of a resurgence from a demand perspective. Now, look, I mean, this is a political firestorm. It's not ending. We'll continue to see that play out. But I think this stock got way oversold relative. And if Musk balances between Doge as well as CEO of Tesla, I think this really, we view this as sort of the more of a bottom time rather than a time that structurally will be much further.